If you've seen our other popcorn skills video on volume, then you'll know how to work out the volume of a cuboid shape by multiplying the length, width and height. So this time, let's up the ante. Want to work out the volume of a cylinder? No, why would you? But just in case you do, here's how. First up, work out the radius of the circle at the end. The radius is the distance from the centre to the edge. Now it might be easier to work out the diameter. That's the distance between the edges of the circle at its widest. And then divide that number by 2. Next up, you need to work out the area of the circle. You do this by multiplying that radius by the radius and then multiply the answer by pi. The pi button on a calculator is usually shown by this symbol, but if you can't find it, you can multiply by 3.14 to give you the rough answer, as pi is approximately 3.14 to 3 digits. Finally, to work out the volume of the cylinder, times the area of the circle by the length of the cylinder, and you're done. What about if you want to work out the volume of a triangular prism, or a Toblerone bar to you and me? Well, you do this in a similar way, only you start by working out the area of the triangle. To do this, you take the length of the base and times that by the height of the triangle at its tallest point. The answer that you're now looking at is what the area would be if the triangle was a rectangle. However, this triangle is exactly half a rectangle, and so to give you your area, divide your answer by 2. Now you know the area of the triangle. Multiply that by the height to give you your volume. What about if you want to work out the volume of an L-shaped prism? By the way, if you can ever think of a time when you might actually need to do this, then please let us know on our Facebook page. Anyway, the same process applies, so you must first work out the area of the L. The easiest way to do this is to break the L down into individual rectangles. Times the length by the height of each one to get the individual areas, and then add these together to get your total area. Next up, multiply this by the height to get your volume. Ready for a challenge? Right. Let's say you need to work out how much water it will take to fill this swimming pool up to the top. It's not a straightforward cuboid as it's got a sloping bottom. That reminds me of someone I know. Anyway, here's the measurements. See if you can work out the volume. One way you can work this out might be to break it down into 2 separate shapes. Here we have a triangle and a rectangle. You can work out the area of both of these shapes and then multiply that by the width of the pool. Did you get it? Well done if you did. And so to recap. If you ever find yourself in a situation when you need to work out the volume of an uneven shape, you can do so by firstly working out the area of the shape at the end and then multiplying that by the height.